What's up, lead dwellers? Merry Christmas! Advance Merry Christmas and hope you're doing fine with your family and friends. Hope you had a good weekend. It's a Monday again, but we're winding down towards the Christmas day, which is on next Saturday. So if you're watching live, please comment lead LEAD. And if you're watching replay, please comment well WELL. First and foremost, I would like to say happy anniversary to our sister company, First Shepherd Therapy and Healthcare Staffing, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. We just turned 1 year last December 16. Woo! And if you'd like to add some comments, you'd like to share, and like drfrancisdpt.com, drop in, say hi. And I would like to give you a shout out in this episode. And just letting you know also that you can reach me out at Facebook at drfrancisdpt. I'm also active in Instagram and Twitter, drfrancisdpt. And our website, of course, is drfrancisdpt.com. So let's jump right in for our weekly wellness tip. I would like to dive into the difference of physical and occupational therapy. Last week, I've discussed about physical therapy with the use of exercises, modalities, manual therapy, or massage to help patient get back with their functions such as walking, transferring from wheelchair to bed, and such. So, what is occupational therapy? I'm not an occupational therapist, but I've been working with them for about 15 years now. And I just got the meaning of occupational therapy from the AOTA, which is occupational therapy is the only profession that helps people across the lifespan to do the things they want and need to do through the therapy use of daily activities, or what they call occupations. So I thought that when you say occupational therapy, you're only helping the patient get back to work, because that's what occupation is when you hear it the first time. But their therapy is revolving around most of what they call the activities of daily living. So the question is, how are you using these motions, this functional task, towards something productive throughout the day, like preparing a meal, taking a bath, dressing, upper body and lower body, and such. So it's really a significant difference that physical therapies really work on the gross motor part, um, while the occupational therapies are more of the fine motor things that are specific tasks for their day-to-day living. So kids have different tasks, they have milestones to achieve at a certain age. Adults need to work or perform at their tasks, daily tasks every day. While the geriatric population needs to be able to have quality of life, and making sure that if they're living by themselves, they are safe, and making sure that they're able to do like grocery shopping, arranging their closet, or maybe do some light housekeeping. So those are the things that occupational therapists, I believe, do. But if you need to ask them specifically, don't hesitate to ask as occupational therapists. I've worked with some tremendous occupational therapists, and we are actually hiring occupational therapists here in the Dallas Fort Worth region through First Shepherd Therapy. That's it. Hopefully, I gave some good descriptions about occupational therapy and physical therapy, and my description for PT was on the last episode. All right. So, as a recap, last time we talked about the employee, and sometimes we are being asked, should I stay or should I go? All right. So last time we discussed about if you want to stay at your current job. So this week we would like to ask, what if I should go? What if I should go to another job, to another company, to another setting? Not building a business per se, but moving to another job. So what if that's the decision of the employee? So let me dive in to the four things to consider prior to leaving your current job. This is not just, as I said, for any medical healthcare professional, but this is for general employees that is thinking about, we're about 2 weeks going to the new year. You're thinking about leaving your current job or go to another company or going to another state with the same field, let's say physical therapy or nursing. Or are you wanting to switch to a different setting, like you want to go hospital based, or you want to go travel nursing or therapy, or work for something outside the medical field? These are some four things to consider, which I hope that will be valuable for you having some wisdom to make that decision. So let's dive in. Number one, G, greener pasture. So the question is, when you're about to go to another job, is it a greener pasture? Greener pasture is asking to someone you know on what the culture of that company you're targeting with. What I would suggest is also join a Facebook group or a social media group to know what it looks like for people that are already working in a similar setting. So there are tons of Facebook groups that you can go right in there and ask. Even let's say you're doing travel therapy or nursing, there are some specific Facebook groups with thousands of people joining. So that, and they are willing to help. They will save you headaches and stress from the opinions, the suggestions that they have based on their experiences. If you have the option, here's the thing, to find a greener pasture, if you have the option to go per diem or as needed for that job, or go part time without taking benefits yet, go for it. That's the key. It's tempting to go full time immediately because they will present you all the benefits, and of course, I understand it's more money. But if you have the luxury to start per diem or part time, to know the culture, to know the working environment, your potential supervisor, and how they do things, that will save you a headache in the long run. Plus, it will you will probably be a good asset for the company because they will know you without putting too much financial risk on their part. Because the thing that you want is you get a full-time job, you got tenured for it in 3 months, and then you'll just leave on the fourth month because you don't like the culture. You find out that this is not working out. It will save you. I bet you. So that's one, and it will surely save you stress and potential heartache and headache. Believe me. All right, let's go to the next one. Number two, letter O. You should find opportunities for growth on that job. I repeat, you need to find opportunities for growth on that job. If we only look at having a salary, then we're missing out the mark. We need to find a place that we can grow our skills or improve our skills so that in the long run we will become experts to it and be more, how would say this, competitive and more sellable. Is that is that a correct grammar or vocabulary? Meaning you're able to upgrade your skills so that they will find value in you, and you might get a raise or a promotion by doing that. Opportunities of growth is, as the interviewer, when you have a job interview, if they have a reward system or employee of the month, if they don't answer the how they reward the employees, think about it, and it might be a red flag. Our company wants to recognize publicly the good things that our contractors or our employees does, because we believe that more than the money they're earning from a job, It's actually the recognition that we as supervisors are seeing the good in them. Of course, they're a work in progress. Who is not a work in progress? Even me as the supervisor, I'm a work in progress. I don't have it all together. That's why we need a team. And by doing so, by affirming them publicly, they are they feel like they are part of the family. They are co-workers, teammates of the goal or a vision of the company wants to go through. So another one is just ask your supervisor if there is opportunity for growth. Simple as that. And be patient and see if you know what if you have an environment already that you feel like the values you as a professional is being exercised in a company. That's already a gem. And why not you also find a way how to improve yourself. The best investment is actually investing in yourself. Okay, moving forward. Letter N. You know where this is going up to, right? I'm giving out those acrostics. And the company or the job that you'll be transferring to should be a nourishment for your soul. You have a soul, my friend. You are not just a physical being, you just existed without any purpose in this world. Nourishment for your soul. Research the value of the company. Research what they're all about, because most companies nowadays have websites, and look at the profile mostly of their CEO, how the company started, the humble beginnings of the company, because by doing that you know what culture the company is. There are big corporations, medium size and small business like us here in First Shepherd. You can sense already if something is wrong just stepping in the office during your interview. That's key. When I Before the pandemic, when I have job interviews, I know there's something wrong already in the office when I enter in there, and most of the employees of that office are very quiet. They're not smiling. I know there's something not go. There's something not good going on, and that's already considered somehow not a red flag but a yellow flag. But if the door of the supervisor is always closed, and there, let's say most of the employees are on the first floor, the supervisor is in the second floor, that's kind of a red flag. It's just saying that the supervisor is not hands-on sometimes. Of course, he or she needs to delegate on the things that are happening on the operation side. So, but I might be wrong. Maybe they have some other ways to communicate. But to be honest, you can already sense it if there's something not good upon just entering their office. The energy of the people, some people that even the receptionist, you already know that it's not a welcoming environment. If the receptionist is already turning you down and saying, "Can you just sit down? I'm busy." That won't work out for me, sadly. So, um, another thing for nourishment for your soul. Here's one thing. I'll be a little vulnerable at this time. If you feel like you are leaving your current job or company just to get out of that culture environment, and you're just considering like as an escape, right? Because you have a part also, to be honest, in the stress you're having at your current job. If you're feeling burnout, you also have a contribution to it. Let's just be honest with it. But majority, I would say, it's probably how the leadership of the company runs it, and now it's affecting you. If you're just considering a move just to have a scapegoat of your current situation is, you know what? Most likely, if you go to another setting, and if you're not answering your big why again, and work on your character more than what you're doing, it will just happen again, sadly, to another company. So maybe we need to work on changing our character more than changing our situation. I repeat, maybe as a nourishment for our soul, we need to work on more of our character than changing our situation, because it will just repeat. Life is like a school. It will just repeat if we don't learn the lessons of life from the previous one or the previous job. Okay? So if you'll find peace moving forward to your next job, then go for it. Last but not the least, letter E, empowerment is evident. A place where you're transferring should have empowerment. Empowerment is the enemy of control. Okay? Meaning leaders that wants everything in control, wants to be hands-on with every, even the small detail, just like basic decisions. Are we having for a, let's say, a party, are we having someone to cook for us, or going delivery, order, catering? I mean, the assistant should be the one already taking care of that, not the leader. So if if the leader is very meticulous of the small things that actually are not adding on value and big productivity for the company, I mean, just delegate it. But if you have a supervisor like that, I don't know if you want to work for someone that even the small details, even the way you dress, of course you need to be decent, be a little formal, have something that is presentable. But if they are not, you just feel it that um, they're always dictating what should be done, even on the small details. But of course, in big financial decisions, supervisors should be on top of it. But sadly, if you feel like the leader has a sense of control always, for my personality, yeah, that doesn't work for me. I work as a team. I want to add value. I want to listen to my employees, of what they want to do, or be able to add value for the growth of the company. So make sure that the place you will transfer to are raising leaders that empowered by their leaders also. Meaning, I mean, you can pretend a good face that you and your leader is going well, but it shows in your action, it shows on your eyes. If you feel like you're anxious because you think that your boss will fire you anytime, then go. I'll tell you, go. You'd rather have peace of mind and look for a company that will empower you. But sadly, which I will discuss on my next episode, it's hard for a leader to be leading at the middle. What do you mean by leading at the middle? A leader that has a leader above him and people below him that or she should lead. That's a difficult part, which made me decide, okay, I want to start my own company so that I'll take that top head leader and put the pressure on me to always perform and be productive. But that's next episode, so watch out. Okay, I will discuss more of that. Okay, a place of empowerment is really hard to find because most of us are wanting control of everything. Again, a place of empowerment is really hard to find because most of us are wanting control of everything. That's just true. I want control, but if I always lead with control, people will get anxious and scared because they don't want to get listened to. Just saying. And I'm preaching that to be my friend, to be honest. So I have a very wonderful verse for you guys to leave. Hebrews 11:1 and 2. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. I like this verse because moving to another job or a company is all by faith. You need some fervent prayers, ask people to go alongside with you for this move, because of course we provide food on the table because of our job, and also our soul needs to be taken care of by doing this because it reflects what we have at work 8 hours a day will reflect at home, to be honest. So, my big question is, what are you becoming as a person while going out at your current job? Again, what are you becoming as a person while going out at your current job? So, if you believe it's time to go, then you should be gone. Again, if you believe it's time to go, then you should be gone. GONE. So, what's that GONE? First, look for a place where there's greener pasture. Letter O, opportunities for growth. N, nourishment for your soul. And E, a place or job where empowerment is evident. That's it. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to everyone. And as a banner cry here in Leadwell, don't be strong and courageous because you're not just called to lead, my friends, but to lead it well. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Enjoy the holidays.